Hey y'all, welcome back. So we are here with part 2 of the Bandit war game. We are going to be solving levels 5 through 10, maybe 11. No, we'll do 5 through 10 today. And basically go through each level, see how we solve it. I'm gonna be working it with you as if it's my first time. I went through this one time already, so it's pretty light on my head still. I'm not really proficient with the game, so I'm still learning it too with you guys, and I figured this would be a cool tech video. And I'm so glad you guys came back. If you haven't already, go ahead and like the video, subscribe to my channel because I want to be pushing out more tech videos for you guys. So let's go ahead and continue and solve these riddles. This level that we're on is level 5, where they are asking for a password that is in the directory of in here. Let's see. So it's going to also, the file is also going to have the properties of being human readable, a 1033 byte size, and not executable. So let's log into Bandit 5, put in the password. Cool, we're logged in. And this password is from the previous video. So if you don't have it, I'll probably put it in this description. That way, anybody following along, they can pick that password up. So let's see, what is in this first directory? So we know we have the CD in here directory already. Yeah. And let's go ahead and say current directory in here. So now we are in that directory of in here. And let's see what else they have in this directory. So this directory has directories underneath it. So the parent one is in here, and the child directory is all of these maybe here's. I guess we can go ahead and pick one of these directories and see what's hidden below. Let's see, 04. Okay, so they have a couple of files in maybe here, which I'm guessing is the same scenario for the other directories. So what we're gonna wanna do is get back to the in here directory where we can go, period. Oh, I lost the connection, rude. So to get back, I'm gonna show you guys how to get back into that directory. That was rude, very rude of them. Let's see. Okay, so now we're back to where we were. And let's see, so to get back to that current directory, we're gonna wanna go one parent up. And okay. Okay, I just got off work, so forgive me. Yeah, I just got off work and I get a little brain freeze. So to go up a parent, you're gonna want to do current directory period, which basically brings you up. They call it a node because it's a whole data structure. If you guys want to understand data structures and trees and heaps, I can go into detail about videos. I probably do something like light and fun because that's what I want my channel to be about. not so much of a in-depth learning, because I really want kids and people that aren't so tech savvy to follow along. Let's go ahead and get back to solving, because now I'm rambling and I want to stay on topic so I don't have that much editing. Okay, so we're in the in here directory, and we know the file we're looking for is going to be human readable. It's going to have a size of 1033 byte size, and it's not executable. So the command we know we want to look for, because we're searching, is find. We could say file. That way we can find out if it is human readable. And like I told you guys, to be human readable, it has to be ASCII text, because we can't understand those other forms. So I'm just gonna stick to find, because we're looking for it. File would be if we found it and we stated it in this command, but we don't have it. So let's look for it with find, and then do, let's see, 1033. Now let's do size. So we know we're gonna look for one of the selectors of size, because we're selecting it to have 1033 byte size. So 1033C, and that's how we look for it. And then another one of our parameters is for it to not be executable. So not in logic form, not is exclamation mark, or it could be this the tilde form. But in this command shell, we're just gonna keep it basic and use the exclamation mark for the not, and say not dash executable. And let's see how. All right, so it spit back out one of the files, and little do we know, it would have been in the directory it would have been in the directory of maybe here, well, number 7, and it would have been the second file. So let's make sure that's a human readable file, because then that would fit all 3 restraints. So file, and I'm just lazy, so I'm just gonna copy and paste. Okay, so it says, yeah, it's ASCII text with very long lines. So it's a huge file with extraneous lines of code. And so let's go ahead and print what it has for us. And there we are with our password for level 5. Ain't that dope? So the long lines of code is basically, it has all these spaces, which is why it knocked off our spacing for our command shell here. As you can see, now it's back to normal. But that's cool. We're just gonna get out of this one and go to level 6. Yes! Level up. Go CC. Okay. Put in the password. Boom. Alright. So now that we have the password, let's see what our next challenge is. So our next challenge would be, the password is stored in somewhere on the server, and has all of the following properties. So it's stored somewhere on this server. So let's see, ls, what's in there? So we don't have any directory shown when we do ls, right? So it's not listing anything. So it's obviously on this main server, and we're just gonna search the whole thing. Most likely it's a hidden file because it's not visible to us. Let's see if, let's see, ls-a. So if we do ls-a looking for our hidden file, we can see it has some unknown directories by these periods there, and then some files here. Cool thing that we're still in this directory. We're just gonna go ahead and put in our parameters and see if we can find something. So find, and then we're gonna look for something that's gonna select the user Bandit 7 with the group Bandit 6, and then also the size. Okay, so oops, I'm sorry, I forgot. So since we're using all of these parameters, we're gonna want to make sure we use the backslash so it knows all of these are included. So we're gonna be lazy. I'm lazy, I'm sorry. You guys can go ahead and type that. If not, and you want to use a hotkey like me, you can just press the up arrow and it give you your last command that you last typed and just fix it. All right, so it ran through a list with all of these parameters that are included. So if we see, it goes through the whole directories, like each one. So it says at the root directory, permissions denied. And mainly all of these is where the permission is denied. But it searched each one where I went to home, Bandit 5, dropped down, came back up, root, boot, temp, came back up, run, shim. But at some point, it came to where it says, uh-oh, I found something, but it's for your password. So this is the file that we want, because all those other ones where access is denied. So let's just copy that. And then we're gonna say cat, so it could just go ahead and display it, because we already found it. We just want to see what's inside of it. And we got our password. Cool. So let's get out of here and go to level 7. Okay. I really don't do a lot. We logged in. Okay, so for level 7 to 8, we are in there. The clue for this one is the password stored in the file data.txt next to the word millionth. So for this one, let's see what we're working with. Let's see what's in this directory. Okay, we found our data.txt file. What's in this data.txt file? Data.txt cat data. Okay, so we see that this is a dictionary with passwords beside it. Ongoing. Wow, it's a lot. All right, so who wants to go through and search all of these? I know you do. No, you don't. So what we'll do is we'll use some of these functions. Let's see. Let's use grip to grab. Let's see. Dash grip. Millionth. Since we're typically looking for the word millionth, we'll just go ahead and put it in quotations and see what it spits back out. Dang. Let's see. I don't think I did that correctly. Let me see. Grip. Okay, so it's going through the whole thing. And unfortunately, why it's taking so long to spit something back out is because it's reading. And computers are kind of like people, so it might take it a couple of minutes to read through this entire list. If we wanted a quicker response, I could show you guys how we could get a quicker response. Yeah, so it's gonna go through. Yeah, it's going through this entire thing. Think. God, I'm recording. So it's using a lot of power. Wow, it's gonna be on a mission for a minute. A good minute. Oh, wow. So as you can see, I'm like scrolling up. And the thing about this is like, I'm trying to break it. I'm trying to break my command shell. That way I can show you guys like my natural instincts of like my mistakes. And hopefully you guys watching, you guys will like the natural instincts of mistakes, so you guys can feel okay to make your own mistakes. So yeah, let me not. Okay, so I'm seeing that this dictionary is pretty long. I really want to scroll to the top. Okay, when I first did this, I don't think it was this long. That's why I was okay with doing this. But what I'm gonna do, because I can hear my fan on my computer getting louder, that means it's running the processor hot. So it's processing a lot more than what it should be. So I'm gonna cancel this loop of searching, and I'm gonna show you guys the best way to do it. All right, so we canceled out of that. What I used to cancel out of that was Control D. What we used to get out of our levels, you can use Control D to get out of loops. So this was in an infinite, well, not an infinite loop, but it was in a loop of trying to search for this. What we'll do is sort. Data file so that we can grab okay. So obviously I typed that wrong and it still spit out what I was looking for. And you see the response on it, spit it out so much faster. So when you go on to look at files, go ahead and open it just to see what kind of file you're working with. Or we could have said file data.text. So file data.text is UTF-8 Unicode text. And as I was saying about the ASCII chart, it's different from the other forms. This is one of those other forms, UTF-8 being another form. So just go ahead and, see what you're working with and then use your tools of commands they give you. Okay? I hope this is making sense to you guys. All right, so we got our password. Let's go ahead and take that. Let's go ahead to level 7. Because we're on level 8, guys. Why didn't y'all tell me? We made it to level 8. And I put the password in the wrong spot. Mistakes, I can't even talk. Mistakes make you great. Really great. Okay. So level 8, let's see what our target is. Okay, so for level 8, they know the password for the next level is going to be in another file, data.text, and is the only line of text that occurs only once. So this line of code is only going to occur once. And let's see. So what I had to look this one up because I'm not 100% familiar with all the command shell prompts, which is the reason for me doing this. But let me see. So let's first do ls, see what's in our directory. We found data.text, so cd data.text, what's in the file. Oh, excuse me, cat data.text. Y'all, I got off work, it's hard for me. Okay, so another file. Let's see what kind of file it is. Just getting you guys familiar. So it's an ASCII text file. So we know all of these doesn't have unfamiliar text characters. So it's pretty lined up. And also we see that this is a long file again. Not as long as the other one because apparently we made it to the top, but still long. And what we're gonna want to do is to sort again data.text and find the unique line of code. So unique-u selects this unique line of code that doesn't repeat itself. Unique being, UNIQ for being the unique file, and then -u being the only line, or being that line. So that's our password there. We are flying through this, guys. We made it to level 9. Level 9. Cool. So level 9, going to level 10. The password for the next level is stored in the file data.text in one of the few human readable files preceded by several equals characters. Let's see what's in our directory. So we got data.txt. So cd data.txt, what's in the file? Never mind. I don't know why I keep doing cd habits. So we want to concatenate what's in the file. It didn't like that too much. So we see that this file, let's see what kind of file this is. It's a data file. So it's got all kind of, I don't know what we're working with. So it's mainly they'll just probably call it like a binary file. And our password is actually going to be preceded by several characters. All right. So we are going to look for something with words in it, more of like string characters. So we'll say strings data.txt correct. And it spits out a lot. But we see that this main one that we're looking for is definitely going to be the password, because our password is that long. All right, so level 10. What's good? Let's see if this one's okay to solve. So the password for the next level is stored in the file data.txt, which contains base 64 encoded data. Base 64 encoded data is basically binary use of finding which character is which. So a lot of these characters are gonna look really weird, but they must be transformed or translated so that they can be readable like human. So yeah, I am editing right now and I'm looking back and I see what I'm saying, but I'm not really saying it in a way that I like it. So let me re-explain myself. Okay. I know that base 64 is a binary format where it's basically encoded and decoded for older devices and newer devices to still translate characters to where they're easily read by humans, but still easily to process as bits and data so that, you know, the older devices and newer devices can see them. Because people still use older and newer devices, so they still need a premise to talk to each other and still be functional. But let's see if you guys get it from when I do this. So ls base 64 So yeah, so I didn't even explain it, but -D is for decoding. But if I was to just do .text, it would show just like this string of characters. But base 64 decoded this whole characters into something shorter so it could be visible to us. In the old days, they used weird characters. We in 2020 now. I ain't gonna explain it. Just use base 64 and know that these the characters we could read now. Back in the day, I don't know what they was doing, how they was reading stuff. Whatever it came to be, yeah. Nobody got time for that. All right. So yeah, we made it to level 10. All right, guys. So this was another breakdown of the Bandit Wargame, giving you explanations on how to solve these puzzles. Like I said, I'm going to be doing these videos in increments of 5. Let me know if you guys got that. Please subscribe to my channel so I can keep giving you guys good details on different things. I want y'all to fit in with the tech lifestyle of Miss Petty. That's it, and that's all. I want to see you guys in the next video. Like, subscribe, and see you guys then. Bye.